Okay, I came up out the forest, got a lot of trees and green on me. Mama raised a Rolling Stone, I need a magazine on me. Team on me, all up in a function with a party pack. AMGs, that's the one you love, where I should park it at. Tasteless, not one you should race with. All other my laces, tell the bartender bring cases, I'ma celebrate. It ain't shit to sell a verse, used to bust and sell the 8. Let us see the coup de villain, watch it make Cruella face. CT from the Southwest, can't beat me, you ain't bout shit. Basement to the ace dog, from the mattress to accountant, some lavish living got extra.
All right, what is up everybody? So today we're gonna be doing an update video for the banana car. This is my backup drift car that I've had for a couple months now. I made 1 or 2 videos on it back before, right when I got it, kind of showcasing the condition that it was when I picked it up and kind of going over it. It was kind of funky in a few places, things weren't put together right, and we ended up changing the trailing arm because it was bent. I'll try to link that video in the description so you can go see the first video. But here we are with the update. We've actually done a lot of stuff to this thing. One thing I really like using this car for is that, so my white sedan drift car that I have makes like 600 horsepower. So when I take that to bigger tracks, it's really fun. I get to make a lot of smoke and kind of, you know, hang with the big cars. But if I'm going to like a local event that has a really small track and not very wide, not very fast, I like to bring this car because it's slow, but you know, I don't even go through a full tank of gas in a day. I don't even use a full set of tires in a day. And if I'm dooring my friends from like tandeming really close, I don't really care too much. So that's kind of one of the big benefits of having a backup car. You know, you have your really nice car that's all put together. It might be like LS swapped or engine swapped of some kind, turboed, whatever. But having kind of like a missile car or like a backup car that you don't really care about as much, something that you can go to and have fun with your friends, I think is really beneficial. So this car has been that for me. I am actually gonna be getting rid of this car. We're gonna be going over it today while I still have it and going over some of the cool things about it and just kind of how it is right now. Yeah. So the first thing I did was mount the rear bumper. This KBD bumper is way too big for its own good. And this JDM rear taillight, super cool. The only thing that will fit after hitting a wall. So down here, we have the MagnaFlow turn down muffler, which burned through the bumper a little bit, but it's actually pretty sick. Drift. Miglia wheels. Fiberglass. So you get a close up of the spacers. Ew! 30 millimeter spacers, big boy. Drift 7.5 degrees of camber. Hood pins, body mods, completely stock engine. Bougie drift car. You think this latches? Good one. Normal car. Drift car, drift car, drift car. Normal car. We got a window that mostly works. The radio does work, mostly, but it does work. We have nice heat in this car for when it's cold. Heated seats for the passenger only, works. Oh man, it's really stock otherwise, really though. It's a stock E36. There's really nothing too crazy about it. It's got 200,000 miles, but drift car. You know, if anybody sees this, they're gonna be like, yeah, that dude is cool. So we got an NRG seat, nothing too fancy, but just enough to get the job done. Still running the stock seat belt. It's ready to be driven on the street or drifted at the track. As you can see, all these tech stickers, it's past tech at multiple drift locations. We got Nedco, we got Lock City, and past is tech, ready to go. This isn't exactly a tech sticker, but when you go to a track and you've never been there before and they have a really nice layout, us locals like to call it a hot doggin' ass layout. Huh? That's when we like the layout enough and we're banging doors left and right, we're having a good time. We get back to the pits and we say, yo, this layout is sick. Or, that's a hot doggin' ass layout. So this is a hot doggin' ass with the layout. Hot doggin' ass layout is Nedco. So this is a Nedco only. Hot doggin' ass. All right, so the blue here would actually be really sick. The blue and the yellow. I don't know if you guys, if anything comes to mind when you think of blue and yellow, but for me, I think about Twisted Tees. So I think somebody should put like a big Twisted Tee livery on this. I think seeing that at the track would actually be hilarious. Okay, so under the car, you can see how much angle we have. I don't exactly know how much, like on measurements, but It's quite a lot, but we got IST coilovers, we got the full SLR Ultra kit, which comes for the E36s, kind of made for the 17-inch wheels. But otherwise, we're still running the stock sway bar, we're running the stock brakes, although somebody had the bright idea of painting them red, which clearly added horsepower. But we got the Condor engine mounts up here, keeping the motor nice and stiff so there's no flex when we're under load. You can see it's sweating a little bit from all the horsepowers. So since this car only has like under 200 horsepower, I like to use a 215 tire. You can use 215/40, 215/45, whatever you want. 205, 215 with this low power, it spins these beautifully. Plus if you're putting these at like, 32, 35 PSI, especially with the 391 diff, the 215 is really kind of the cheat code tire to use with these stock cars. So we have basically a full stock exhaust, except for kind of right here in the middle of the car, we cut it and wide it into a 3-inch, which pretty much goes all the way back to the MagnaFlow muffler out the back. The turn down exhaust was nice originally, but after hitting the wall and after melting the bumper a little bit, it's kind of, it could use a spit shine, that's for sure. So these are the $50 eBay control arms. If you go on eBay and you type in E36 rear lower control arms, these are the $50 ones. You really don't need anything too special, but as long as you can achieve zero camber so that you have even tire wear, that's pretty much all you need back there. And of course we paint mark our stuff to make sure everything stays nice and tight. Still running the stock rear sway bar. Kind of crucial when you have low power. This kind of keeps the rear end uniform so that you're not loading up either wheel too much. This makes it so you can slide it nice with low power. All right, so all in all, this car is actually great. It's a very, very stock E36 with a couple of mods, and you can drift it all day long, pretty much hang out with anybody you want. And like I've had 328s keep up with Corvettes as long as it's a small track. But it's just like kind of any of those Miatas you'll see out there drifting. They have, low angle, but they keep up with everybody and they'll still be on you. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this car. It's a very stock E36, but it drives really well. It's really reliable. It's turnkey and go. And because it's still a street car, I could drive this on the road every single day if I wanted. It's got power windows, it's got heat, it's got a radio. So like it's a very streetable car, but at least it's good enough so you can take it to the event. You can even drive it to the event if you wanted to. Drift it all day and drive it home without any issues. So yeah, that's it. That's all we got for today. Check out our merch. Don't forget to hit that like button, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned for more. Thanks.
Make them vomit. They ain't fucking with us, to be honest. Money make them sick, make them vomit. They ain't fucking with us, to be honest. Said I'm sick in the head, too sick, too sick. Said I'm sick in the head, too sick, too sick.